I'm Ekaterina Lüscher, a professional racing driver. Here you can see my helmet for 2024. You can later on also watch it here by a small. I have an overall. This is from the 2023 season, where I've raced with KTM. I'm firstly very thankful that I can talk here at the Crypto Mountain 2024. And I will start off by showing my career path of the last 12 years that I've been in motorsport. I've started in 2012 when I was 5 years old, at the age of 5. And I will show you now a video from my first attempt in front of my house. Now we go to the year 2018. I was 11 years old and I got my first Vice Swiss champion title, and I've raced in several international races such as the Rock World Final. In 2019 I stepped up to the category OK Junior. There was my rookie year. I've raced in Swiss Karting Championship and in the German Karting Championship. It involved several races. I could complete my first rookie year and I've raced about 30 races, I think. 2020, so 4 years ago, I got another Vice champion title. Here you can see a picture from Pavia, was a race in Italy. I also did a race, an international race, Andrea Margutti, was a Trofeo, is an international, very common race. I completed that race and I finished on 6th place. And yes, that was like kind of my journey in 2020. Through my accomplishments in the big international races, I could raise a lot of attention from big companies. Now we come to one of my biggest milestones. Does everybody know in this room who Richard Mille is? So the brand. It's a watch brand, very luxury, and now I'll come to that point. I got selected for the Shootout Young Talent Academy powered by Richard Mille. I won that shootout. And therefore, the season 2021, I was a factory driver at Birrell Art, powered by Richard Mille. They paid me a whole season in the European Karting Championship and in the WSK Supermaster Series. I will quickly show you a video of a clip from the shootout at the Young Talent Academy. The video was actually 2 minutes, but I thought I'm gonna do it quite short because that's enough. 2022, I had my debut in car racing, where I also got my international C license. With the international C license, I can drive in GT4, LMP3. The only race that I cannot drive is in LMP2, so Le Mans. I did a lot of test drives in the GT4 at KTM, so with the team KTM, and I was back then also in their junior program. 2023, so last year, I had the opportunity to drive the 2-hour race from Misano, which is sponsored by Porsche Swiss, and I finished there 2nd place overall. Last October, I also did an all-time all-time track world record, and I drove the Swiss Championship there. I was ahead I was first in the race, won, and I had a gap of 12 seconds ahead of everyone. Now we are coming to the point which involves each of you. What is my connection to crypto? That's a question that I actually asked myself too when I came up here. Actually, none, except of my currency that I have, speed. I drive 260 kilometers per hour maximum, and that's my currency. Now we come to my goal for this season. So my goal this season is to compete in the Porsche Sports Cup Swiss. It will start off the first race in April at the Red Bull Ring. It's a Formula 1 track, so very popular, and it will surely be one of my favorite races that I've ever competed in. My goal in 2025 is to move up a category, so into GT3 cars. It's much more expensive, but it will surely be also something that I'm very, very excited about. Racing calendar. I will have over 8 races and 7 training sessions. That's not that much, but I hope I will take the best out of it. Now we come to the point that's the biggest point of it, my budget. I have a budget for the season about 248,000 Swiss francs. That's a lot, but it involves mechanics, team, preparation, everything. Coaches, you need so much for these races because you drive in a Porsche and it's a lot of money, let's say so. 2024, I have already several sponsors such as Milwaukee Tools, Luxury Custom, and many more. But I don't have the fully budget, so I'm currently searching daily to have more sponsors, to get more budget. I also started a crowdfunding on GoFundMe where I've raised already over 11,000 Swiss francs. So to finish up, I will show you some of my options, how you can support me or any other person. I have 4 options here, so the bronze sponsor, silver sponsor, gold sponsor, and platinum sponsor. The other thing that I didn't know that I should take in here is that I serve 2 services that I can offer as a karting driver. I offer a service where I coach drivers for 300 Swiss francs a half a day and show them how to get into racing, how to get the perfect apex, how to get the perfect speed into the curve and everything. The other service that I offer is also with my dad that is sitting back there. There I do a coaching of a whole day, but involving a setup from my father because he did the whole career with me for 9 years. He was my personal mechanic. Later on, I was a factory driver. There I had a mechanic from the team. If someone is interested in my career path or anything other, you can go on my Instagram. So I have there already reached 10,000 followers. Or you either go on my website where you can find more further information about my career or anything other. Also a nice fact, you can see it here. If you buy something from my personal store, you can also pay it with Binance, which also kind of gives the connection to the whole crypto thing. This is going to be an onboard where I can show you. It was last year at Misano, my quali session. Later on, I had the two hours night race, and I completed that with another driver. I've raced 1 hour and 20 minutes approximately. That's a lot because it was my first endurance race, but I've loved it. And here you can see also my speed, my time, the other driver, our number, and the track up there.
Okay, thank you very much, Ekaterina. We are extremely impressed. Yeah.
Ekaterina, thank you for coming. It's unusual to see, women in the sports. I'm wondering if you could tell us a little bit about, what your girlfriends think, what that's like as a lifestyle for you. It's fantastic that your father sort of, coached you through and has always been there. But, as a young woman, maybe you can tell a little bit about what that's like, with your friends, because I don't know if any of your friends are in it, but what's that dedication like and how do you sort of fit in with your girlfriends?
I would say I have mostly guy friends because of the sport. I've raced with Richard Mille, where I've spent I don't know how many races and I don't know how many days on track. Normally, a racing driver spends about 300 days of the year on the track, and the rest of the days you have holidays or preparation for other races or sponsoring meetings or school. Some racing drivers are also only doing school from October to January, so only a period of time, and from 8 o'clock to 8 p.m., so that's a lot. But I would say to fit in, I've never had a problem because I'm very proud of my sport and what I do. So I think that wasn't a big issue for me anyways, because I think the sport is very bright. It's something that not everyone does, and you can really show it to people, your dedication and what you do, because it's something completely different. Like, you dedicate your whole life. When I was 5, I had to decide if I want to do it professionally or not. I couldn't just say, okay, I'm going to do it for fun, because you cannot do it because of the budget, because of the people that support you for your career, because it's going to be a long career and much money involving, and also much time involving. Because my father spent over 9 years coming to me to racetracks. Other people spent 9 or 10 years with me to come to racetracks, friends of him, friends of mine, helping me with school also, because in a normal week of a racing driver, you go to school till, let's say, Wednesday, and the rest of the week you are on track. You don't spend time with friends or anything other. You're only on the track and concentrate on data analysis, on going to the track, learning the track, getting the best out of the time you have on track.
Thank you. Really amazing. Congratulations. So I have a daughter. She's 5.5. So probably that would be the moment to put that. But my question is actually more towards your father, but you can answer or he can. I mean, if I imagine my daughter doing what you do, I'd probably be just shit scared all the time. And I'm sure you had probably little crashes or, touching something. I mean, how does the family deal with that? It's probably one of the most risky sports out there, right? Compared to chess or just doing football or, I mean, no fear.
So I can actually say I did ballet also for 6 years, but I would say it all depends on trust. So my father trusts me with everything. He trusts me in the car, he trusts me in the kart. I've raced the first time in a car when I was 13. So I'm still a minor and I race in cars other than other people. So you need trust towards your youngster, your teenager. And there's always, I guess, a fear in there. But if you completely trust the person and if you spend day by day with the person, you get to know the person, how the person acts and how the person evolves through the days that they spend on track. Or what do you think?
It needs about 1,000 liters of beer.
That was a statement. No, will you join us for the dinner? Or
I'm not sure because I have classes tomorrow. But
okay, you're gonna have to go back to school,
yes.
But I mean, 1 hour dinner until 8 o'clock. That would be okay, Also, when you leave at 8, But
Yeah,
we
that's
need-
okay.
Okay, that's okay.
for me,
Okay,
yes.
great. Okay.
Someone
Then we
had a
can
question.
ask some questions.
So very inspiring, a wonderful woman you are. What is your purpose? What is driving you doing this?
That's actually a big question. So my purpose of driving, or let's say, do you think what drives me into racing? Okay.
Why is it so exciting for you? Why are you not going out to parties and do horse riding? What's the difference?
The adrenaline. So your reaction time in a car is about 1 to 0.5 seconds. So you have half a second to decide either you go into the gap or you don't go into the gap. Either you brake or you don't brake. And you're racing with 260 kilometers per hour. And in none other sport you do that. You're not on that kind of level and adrenaline level that you are in another sport. So I think that's the main reason that's making it so special to me, I would say.
If you were to pick one racing driver that inspired you the most, who would it be?
Where is my helmet? There. Can you see it? The S?
Senna?
Yes.
That's the colors.
Yes. So I've started when I was 5, and 1 year before I've watched a film of Senna. And then on my lock screen of my father, I saw that he was racing too, but only as a hobby. And then I've asked him if it would be nice as a birthday present to get a kart. That's how I started.
You maybe have seen the Kartbahn Wohlen track record. Senna was on it as well. Just to make sure. That's true, other?
Yes.
That's true.
Yes.
No, I mean that.
What is your time? Do you still remember, right?
36 seconds, .109 was the official time that I made.
36. No, probably. I will go there in 2 weeks, so I know how much I will be off. Probably 20 seconds.
Close to 40, then it's already good.
Do you have driving license?
Driving lessons.
License?
Yes,
No, license.
No, actually, no. I'm 17,
Okay,
so I
this
cannot
is
do
what
it
I
yet.
want to learn.
Okay, also we have.